Yeah, it's distributing, okay? So these are all going to be distribute. Remember, you need to take good notes on at least one of these. You can use them on your test, okay? Distribute, and then, so step one would always be distribute, and then step two would be combine like terms. Okay? Those are always going to be your steps. You're always going to distribute and combine like terms. If there's nothing new to combine, then that's great, but you need to make sure that you combine if it needs to combine. So when we distribute, I got 4 times 3, 12, and how many b's do I have in between those? 1. And then I have 4 times negative 1, negative 4. Is there anything to combine? No. Okay, so this is your answer. Okay, look at the next one. Same thing. It says distribute and then combine. So you always got to distribute the parenthesis part first. So 9 times k, 9k, and then we still got this 3. So we're going to say 3, drop it down. Okay, 9 times 6, 54. Okay, it says distribute and then combine like terms. What can be combined? 3 and 54 to give me what? 57. So I'm going to have 9k plus 57. Good. Okay, look at 23. We're going to distribute. So negative 10 times 10. There we go. Negative 10 times 10p. Negative 100p. And then we still got this 3p over here. So we're going to add that. Plus 3p. Okay, what can we combine? Negative 100p and a 3p to give me what?
Negative 103p.
Negative 97p. Okay, 25. We're going to distribute. So 3 times 8, 24. How many b's do I have? 2. So it's going to be b squared. And then 3 times negative 8. How many b's do I have? 1. Okay, we're going to distribute. 7 times 2? 14. How many n's? 1. 7 times negative 4? How many n's? None. Okay, the last page is FOIL. Okay, what does FOIL stand for? The first. What's the O? Outer.
Enter at last.
Inner. The last. Okay? Because you can use this on your test, I'm going to do notes for today and today only. Okay? Here goes the order. I'm going to do it in a different color. Okay? And I will tell you, if you do not do it in the right order and you start multiplying terms that don't get multiplied with the other terms, you're going to have extra stuff and it's not, your answer won't even be close to correct. Okay? So, I'm going to use it with A, B's, and C's. So if we have A, B, C, D, what would normally go in the middle? Between a letter and letter, a plus or a minus sign, okay? I didn't put it there because it's kind of irrelevant. So, if we start with the F, okay, we multiply the first 2 terms. It's going to be A times C. This is going to be our first. Okay, and below here, I'm going to write A times C. Okay? When we do the outer, it's going to be the outside two pieces. This is the outer. Would be A times D. The inner is going to be B times C. And then the last is going to be B times D. Okay, so you're going to FOIL it all out, and then what would be your next step be? If we were writing steps, you're going to FOIL. What's your second step always? Even when we do it with distributing, what's your second step? Combine like terms. All right. Okay, if I had to pick two areas that I feel like students are struggling, it's going to be FOILing, and then it's these addition and subtraction, putting them in standard form. Okay, unfortunately, they're probably work the most because it has the most work, but that's where I think students are struggling the most is on that particular two sections. Okay, so that's what I want to make sure that you get done today. Obviously, get done the whole sheet, but definitely get those type of problems done, and because there's really not that much time to practice. We take that quiz on Wednesday. Okay. So let's look up here. So we're going to multiply the first. So V times 4V is what? 4V squared. Okay, and another way to look at it is just like distributing. There's 1 here, so 4 times 1 is 4. How many V's? 2. Okay, we multiply the first, the outer, so 1 times 5. 5. How many V's? 1. The outer, the inner. 6 times 4. 24. How many V's? 1. And then the last. 6 times 5. 30. How many V's? None. Okay, so it says to FOIL and then combine like terms. What can we combine? 24V and a 5V to give me what? Yeah, so it's going to be 4V squared plus 29V plus 30. Can I scroll? Okay, let's look at 31. We multiply the first. So 4 times 6, 24. How many ends? 2. First, the outer. So 4 times 2, 8. How many ends? The inner. 3 times 6. How many ends? And then the last. 3 times 2. How many ends? Okay, good. What can we combine? 18 and an 8 to give me what? Huh? Yeah, 26. No, it's just 26N. I know. So, and that's the number one like thing where kids go wrong because you see an N and an N, and so you want to put N squared on the middle. Only when you multiply, you add the exponents. When you're doing addition like this and adding these two together to combine like terms, we keep the exponent the same. Okay, so you have plenty of time to do the entire packet today. However, I definitely want to make sure that you're getting 12, 14, 16 done, and then the 32 and 30 done. Okay, that's where you need to start first because that's where most of you guys are struggling. What's the last day you can turn in missing work to me?